of friends sitting down talking about the world. Fake deep dick, leave me low. We
Fake
kind of
deep dickin'.
John.
What's up, guys? You're
Doc.
Yo. Hey, what's up? Yo.
What's up, Eugene? Hey, Fake Deep Thinkers. Welcome back to the Fake Deep Thinking Podcast. Sorry we're starting a little late. Ian and I had a long day working with some tile. A 2-inch by 4-inch tile. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Those things are a pain in the butt to work with. You cannot make a mistake. I still got...
They're a pain in the Dinklage.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Super Bowl first before we get into the Dinklage nonsense.
I just like the lane.
It was a good segue. I'm not going to lie to you. I even got grout. Not even grout. Thin set still in my hands. I haven't even showered yet. Sorry, guys. Sorry if I smell, John. But let's jump into Super Bowl. Did y'all watch Super Bowl this weekend?
I did.
Me too.
Yeah, I did too.
My boy Odell got a ring. Matt Stafford, UGA, got a ring. You said who?
I was like, Odell, even though Odell only played for like 10 minutes, poor dude.
Before he got injured, yeah.
But
yeah,
he scored a touchdown in that 10 minutes and had
Fair.
52
Yeah, he
yards
did.
and 3 receptions.
Yeah,
he would have
fair.
been the MVP if he played the whole game.
Oh, it would have been a different game for real.
100%. It would have blew him out the water.
It's
So
funny
the
because
game,
the last time I heard about Odell Beckham was when he made that crazy catch like 4 years ago.
Yeah, the woo.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Odell
And so I
had
didn't even know he was playing for the Rams. And then when I saw him on the Rams team, I was like, oh shit, like maybe I'm going to see something crazy on this game. And he got hurt. I was like, no.
up until I think Justin Jefferson this year, Odell had the best first 3 seasons as a wide receiver, like in history. He was on record to catch Jerry Rice. Like that's how good he was. And then he got, he got traded to the Browns. They basically essentially blamed the offensive struggles on Odell. They released him for free. And he went to LA Rams, went to the Super Bowl, got 6 touchdowns in 5 games, 600 yards receiving.
What up, Ethan?
And goddamn, what's up, Ethan? Scored the first touchdown in the Super Bowl and then tore the same ACL that he tore.
Damn, that sucks. That means that's like a problem leg.
Yeah.
Who we got rooting for? Who we got rooting for?
I didn't care,
take a
honestly,
game.
but I found myself leaning towards the Rams because I just wanted Odell to get a ring because he played for the Giants, and then Matt Stafford was UGA's quarterback. So,
I feel like that game was kind of cursed though. Like there was just whack stuff happening. Like people were getting hurt left and right. And,
both quarterbacks got hurt.
Some of the interceptions that were happening, I was like, did somebody make a wish on a monkey paw?
Y'all want to talk about that missed call?
Which one?
The face mask
Oh,
that
my
led
goodness.
to right after the halftime.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is that why they were fighting?
Like they were upset about that. I was looking at it, and
Because I'm surprised they missed it. That
arguing
was
with somebody
bad.
I was arguing with not arguing.
I was at a
going
party,
back
so
and
like
forth
I
with
was
somebody
like,
saying that it wasn't
I turned back to the TV.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I didn't even notice. I just turned back and I saw them like in a huddle and they were starting to fight. And I was like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, he face masked him. They didn't call it, and he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and he
and
scored a
that
touchdown.
really flipped the game too. It opened the game wide up.
I think the ref gave him one later on because they called holding on the end zone, and I'm sorry, that was not
wasn't a hold.
holding. That was not holding.
They're talking about on the linebacker Wilson,
Yep.
55.
Yep.
He that was a clean swat of the ball and
It
everything.
was clean, but they
And
called
it would have
holding.
been a 4th down
Yep.
situation.
Wow.
But hey,
Okay.
it's
That was a
Super
give
Bowl.
me in my opinion. That
Hey,
was a
man.
give me. We messed up here. Here's
But
here's one here.
Donald grabbed that man. It was 4th and 1. I mean 3rd and 1. He grabbed that man. He had an offensive lineman in one hand. He grabbed the running back running towards the 1st down and sat down.
He planted his feet.
planted
You
his
saw
feet
he healed. He planted and then
sat down, and it was over. And then the next play, he basically sacks Joe Burrow to end it. And
I want
the
to talk
best
about that. What were
celebration.
you thinking?
Give me a ring.
At the first thing,
Okay.
my dad and I both were like, "What were y'all doing? All you had to do was go a yard, barely even a yard, and you try to do a pass.
They're not gonna get
That didn't make sense to me. I was like,
I'm
that.
gonna tell you why. First off, they're supposed to have Mixon. They're supposed to have Mixon the running back in. They had the other dude instead, the backup running back. I don't know if Mixon was hurt or injured, but he was running all game very well. But Aaron Donald made his mind up. Let me put it like this. After the second half, I don't know if you realized after they scored their touchdown, they had 50 yards of offense the whole rest of the game. Aaron Donald is a human being they compare to Lawrence Taylor. Now, Lawrence Taylor is known as the greatest football player of all time. You get what I'm saying? This man, even though it doesn't show up statistically like, oh, he has a lot of sacks, first off, he's a defensive tackle. He's not on the edge. He's not supposed to be getting sacks the way he gets sacks.
Mhm.
Second off, if you watch any of the plays, they have one offensive guard rush Aaron Donald every play. So he's tied up with that person, right? Boom. they'll have another guard or tackle pull on a 2 or 3 second delay and come and try and blindside him to stop him. So they're dedicating 2 of their offensive line.
Dedicating?
They dedicating 2 of their offensive line to Aaron Donald every play, which makes it more easier for his other players to get in, hit holes, and da. So you don't really see his value unless you know the game. But then the last 2 plays, he said, "Fuck you. This is about me." And he did what the fuck he was supposed to do. Like, dude. And he's smaller than everybody else, but he's like built.
Stocky.
Like he's built.
He's thick,
Brinks
man,
truck.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
What up,
Man.
Mark Frogs?
Hey, man.
I made money on
Oh,
this
me
Super
too, my
Bowl.
boy. Me too.
Oh, yeah, didn't y'all make bets? I didn't make
Oh,
bets.
for sure.
I didn't.
For sure. Had to. I just didn't
What'd you
think
bet
it was
on?
the Rams.
Okay.
Joe Burrow went
But I mean,
into the
you
Super
can bet
Bowl
on
the
anything.
most sacked,
Like,
the most sacked quarterback ever that made it to the Super Bowl was Joe Burrow.
wow.
And going against Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and them boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right.
Did you bet
I
that
knew
the
that
team would
knee
win,
was
or
going
did
to
you bet,
pop
like,
eventually, huh?
Did you bet like the team would win, or did you actually have a score that you were?
No, I
aiming
just bet
for?
the team would win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much you make?
Oh, man, $100, something like that.
That's not bad.
It's date money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going out of town soon anyway.
Gotta throw in the 5th guy to confuse him.
Facts.
Honestly, that was kind of a boring game except for like a few highlights.
I could say it was, dude. The Patriots won the Super Bowl 13-7. So it's just like we got 44 points put up between the 2 teams, and then there were some drives that were stopped. I thought that extra point that homie missed was gonna come back and haunt them. There was a couple of predicaments that if he had that extra point, they may have made different decisions. So only God knows if it ended up, being their downfall.
Yeah. Well, there also was that weird
Fuck
kick,
that, bro.
man, where he freaking Charlie Brown that guy.
Yes, that's what I was talking
real
about.
Weird.
He just like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. It was so funny because when you saw the zoom in, you could see him trying to drop his finger, and then the ball just goes bloop. And he's like, "Oh no!"
Dude, that shit was horrible.
There's just the foot there next. That was weird.
Yeah, so I mean, I was cool. I enjoyed the game. Halftime show was pretty interesting.
I was about to say, let's get to the second half of the game, which is halftime show, when everyone else watches it. So what y'all think of the halftime show?
I thought it was cool.
I thought it was.
I mean,
cool,
honestly,
too.
like the only person I really listened to, like, know like an album back and forth and stuff, and knew the song and like the lyrics to it was Kendrick. And so I liked his segment the most, obviously.
That was the first time I knew every performer.
Fire. I thought it was cool because Snoop Dogg had just recently purchased Death Row Records.
Oh,
which-
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just made that
Yeah.
purchase, so it's his now. So I thought it was cool to have him and Dre there because they were both part of Death Row Records together, and obviously everybody was associated with Dr. Dre. It was cool. I got to see.
I think the performance overall was pretty dope. I have no really
I got to
complaints.
see
It was
Mary
cool.
J. Blige do her stomp, her little walk thingy. I love when Mary J. Blige does like she's about to fall. that shit is hilarious. I love that
Yeah.
shit. And there
Yeah,
was
that's
a lot
funny.
of good memes. 50 Cent being upside down and being chubby was hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know
pull
where he
that up.
found this tank top.
He doesn't really
from.
look chubby.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't look like he got a little
You
bit of
should've
meat on
seen
his
that.
bones, but I want to say he's
Yeah.
chubby.
Nah, he
I
got
mean, he's
that.
what, like 20 years older now?
Yeah, like it was.
I
you
miss
know,
this. I
tell.
really don't remember. How'd they do this? Because I don't remember seeing him upside down.
Man, what?
It
Where
started
did
like
he
that.
find? He got the last tank top. This one is the last one known. Cause this, I don't know if y'all remember when G Unit first came out. Niggas was wearing these tank tops. Niggas was really looking for these tank tops, trying to be 50. I mean, skinny niggas. Like, I mean, and so it's hilarious to see now that he really tried to pull the tank top off with the headband and like the video. I don't know. It was funny. It was interesting. Niggas said he looked like a whole dollar.
I
Like,
saw
that
that.
was-
I saw that.
like-
That was funny.
Niggas was giving him jabs and bars.
I mean, he's
all
still
night.
jacked, though. Like, you can definitely
No,
see
yeah, he's still in the
man.
gym.
That's why I say I don't really
He's
see
still
this chubby part. Like I see, like he put on like some extra meat on his bones, but I wouldn't say chubby.
No, you're just not
He's
as
just not as
fit
cut.
as when he
Yeah.
first came out and did this. The difference is stark.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's old now. How old is he?
Yeah,
Like
you gotta be up there 40s. late
40s? Okay. I wanted to say like early 50s, but I thought
Okay.
that was
I
wrong.
actually think he's the early 50s. Yeah, I think maybe like
Who?
51.
50
50
Cent.
Cent.
I genuinely don't know.
Hey, let's find out.
Yeah, look it up real quick, Ian. Look up how old 50 Cent is.
I'm willing to be
Because
surprised.
when
for
he
that.
got big, wasn't he already in his 30s?
He's 46.
Oh, okay.
Y'all niggas wild.
Yeah.
Y'all done put 5 years on my boy body.
What about the controversial knee from Eminem?
First off, I didn't know it was controversial.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
This threw me for a loop. I saw him kneel, and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought he was either one, praying, or two, taking in the moment. People are trying to say either one, he was like a Colin Kaepernick kneel, or doing his own kind of kneel. 3, he was rebelling because apparently he was told not to kneel, so he did it anyway.
Oh, really? That's weird.
First and foremost,
I heard all this afterwards, and I don't know what's true.
The first thing we have to discuss before the kneel, the way this nigga had his Jordans laced up was so atrocious. Oh my God, the choking that is going on the foot, the way that shoe is laced is irritating my whole soul. I remember seeing it live, and I was like, "Yo, why is his shoe so tight? Why?"
I do not see what you see. I'm
I
struggling.
know you can't see it. You can't.
I see the shoe, but
yes,
I just don't.
But you can't see. First off, and this is just a preferential thing, I guess.
I mean, you are a shoe guy, so.
I wouldn't even call.
Bro, you buy shoes. You have me download an app to help you get in line to buy shoes. You're a shoe guy.
It was just too tight. It's just I don't need to. It was just too tight. I'm not gonna get into that on Black History Month. But the kneel, I didn't think he kneeled because of like Kaepernick or anything like that. The only reason I said that is because the niggas around him was not like. First off, Dre still playing the piano.
Look at the guys in the back.
They about to start a conversation. The guy with the guitar ready to get off the stage. He's leaned back, man. We did it.
Lean back.
God damn it.
Lean back.
So like, I don't know. Maybe he had bubble guts. Maybe he needed to take a shit. I don't know.
I think people are just reading too much into it. I think he just took a moment to just literally just kneel. Nothing more than that.
I thought it was just like a choreography pose.
Like, but play the video with the white lady saying that she's surprised that the black people didn't do it. I want to hear that.
How would Ian look that up? What would he specifically search?
The video that was about to play. I'm surprised.
Like that other girl, like she straight up like fell on her back and like that turned into a meme and stuff like that.
Oh, that shit was
that
hilarious.
was like part of her
What?
show.
Oh, Mary J. Blige, when she like
when she fell at the
fell
end
to the back. There was like I forgot. I seen some funny ass memes.
I must have missed this too.
Yeah.
Is this a different Super Bowl? Or is this the Super Bowl?
It was
No,
a
it's the
Super
same
Bowl.
one.
I must have missed this. Jeez.
Mary J. Blige, she was the one like completely covered in like sequins, like mirrored.
I know that. I remember. I just don't remember seeing her almost fall.
She fell like she didn't like fall and hurt herself, but she choreographed that like she would fall back because her song was about like losing your mind and stuff while you're in love. So the entire time she was really into it, and she kept like hitting herself and stuff while she was performing. And then at the end of it, she just kind of like theatrically like threw herself back like she's done.
Okay.
And then that's
Is this
how,
what you want
like,
us to watch?
her set ended.
I don't know. I just heard Ian play it earlier. I was just talking shit.
Here,
Think that Eminem was the only one who took a knee because it showed that none of the others were willing to take a position on the unspoken, as CJ pointed out.
What kind of reach is that? I'm so mad you made that. I was chilling, bro, having a good conversation about Super Bowl, nothing crazy. And then we had to listen to CNN's bullshit.
Yeah,
Did you hear what she just said?
Yeah, dude.
We're 10
Oh
seconds into
my
the video.
gosh.
We're 10 seconds into the video. If anybody wanted to know the timestamp
I'm sorry.
that where we made it to.
I'm sorry.
Would you like to? It's Ian. Could you do me one favor? Could you simply click the wheel thingy in the center of the video that says 10 and it has a wheel thing? You know, because that's the exact amount we would need to go back to the very beginning of the video. No, right there in the center, right by the play button. Yeah, you see how it says exactly 10? Press that one time. You just need once. Okay, cool.
Start it over. I'm sorry.
That Eminem was the only one who took a knee because it showed that none of the others were willing to take a position on the unspoken, as CJ pointed out. But I also think it's really important to acknowledge, in the context of talking about Eminem, what a huge night this was for hip hop. I mean, you cannot overlook the fact that this was the first time you had an all hip hop lineup performing at the Super Bowl. You have these icons of West Coast rap performing in LA, and it was one of the best performances ever. But while it's important to recognize and acknowledge that it was a good night for hip hop, it's also important to recognize that it was a bad day for the movement because the NFL was able to successfully use Black performers to distract Black audiences from the issues that are important to them without making any meaningful change whatsoever. It's a little bit like putting a Band-Aid on a tumor. All the problems that the NFL has been accused of are still there. They are still active. They know that they have a PR problem. The reason we know they have
we still have to watch this.
I mean, I was gonna let this go. I didn't know how long we was gonna be in.
I'm good. I know. We got a minute. We got a minute. We got a solid minute. I heard enough, dude. CNN's trash.
Go ahead.
No, CNN's trash. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's my hot take. I got nothing else to add to this. CNN's trash. Go on.
So let me ask you this then: do you think it's actually people who are like interpreting this as some kind of civil movement action, or do you think it's just CNN propagating it?
It's just CNN. It's literally just CNN. Like, there's so many interpretations of what Eminem did on the internet right now that there's no solid consensus of what he did. It literally we all of us don't even know. But then CNN says this for like we don't know.
Well, he was the only one brave enough to take a stand.
He was, and all the Black people didn't do it either.
Yeah.
It was like, are you
tackle? Yes, big shit, Jamie. My bad. I'm just catching up to the chat.
So weird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then she basically implied that all the Black performers were used.
Yes, bro, it's wild. Like that is wild.
They're just puppets for distraction, so that people can stop.
How disrespectful is that? Honestly, I would be. Let me not. I don't know if I really would be if I was in their shoes. I probably wouldn't care. I made money. I had fun. Let CNN do CNN.
They perform for free.
Oh, they perform for free. That's even more dope. And you're ruining this performance by putting this.
I mean, the NFL.
I feel like they would have had that argument. Anybody who performed, like, if it was an all-white like performance, they'd have been like, "Why did they take this opportunity to have all, like, you know, any African Americans and diversity displayed?" Anything like, no matter what they would have done, I think they would have been condemned by CNN to keep the issues going.
I think Eminem needed to take a shit.
Can I? Probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably.
I know what that
he's probably pissed off that his,
I know what that hand on the head is.
Foot hurts, man. His foot's like, damn, I shouldn't have tied these shoes this tight, man.
So tight, man. That's probably what he was looking at. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't. Let's move on to the next part. I don't want to talk about CNN, bro. CNN's trash. Let's talk about the commercials now. What do y'all think about the commercials? Because that's another reason why people watch Super Bowls.
I watched 2 of the commercials. I think the commercials have been slacking for year after year after year now. Doritos normally comes well.
They were all poor, in my opinion.
Yeah, Doritos normally brings it. I didn't see it.
There was Lay's instead. I didn't see a Doritos commercial. I saw a Lay's commercial.
They said it was a Doritos one with the animals talking or animals.
Oh yeah, that one was.
Was those Doritos with the spicy ones?
Cute. I like the little fox with the bucket hat and the glasses.
Ah, that was Doritos.
So okay. Doritos is normally among the top performers.
Okay.
Rather, so I don't know. I kind of still want to talk about this nigga knee.
Go.
I mean, he was in all black jeans, all black fit. Did those black people in the back? Why weren't they wearing all black? They didn't support the cause, huh?
I mean, look at Dr. Dre's wearing all black, even black shoes.
Hey, no, Dr. Dre is wearing some black forces. He ready to rob the place. I don't know how they let him walk in there with them. Never mind.
I feel like that guy in the tracksuit in the back, he was just like, "Yo, I want a tracksuit the same color as your base." He just got a tracksuit.
Completely agree with Free Spirits.
Yeah. Nah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay.
Hold on. What did you say, Duck? I missed that.
No, I was saying the guy in the back of the tracksuit, he was probably like, "Yo, I want a tracksuit the same color as your base."
Oh man, yeah, that's fire.
He
said, "Where'd you get your tracksuit?" I got my tracksuit from tracksuits.com. Where'd you get yours? I got my tracksuit from tracksuits.net. He's like, "Oh shit, send me the link."
Are those pants also tracksuit? They look like
they're tracksuits. Tracksuits implies top and bottom.
His looks like it, but those look like dress pants. Those are really nice.
Yeah, because they got like pleats going through.
Yeah, exactly.
Bottom. Yeah, I could kind of see that.
I get what you're saying. It's just like a maybe track jacket and then like jeans. But them jeans, you know what? Looking at his age, he probably got them shit straight out of the dry cleaners. You gotta pop them open.
Out. Did they really show Snoop Dogg smoking weed on the Super Bowl?
Of course, it's Snoop.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Snoop could smoke whatever. whatever he want to do. Snoop gonna smoke wherever. You know why? Because it's in his mind mentally to say, I need to be the first nigga to smoke this shit, right? During blank. He does it. He talks about it. He smoked at the White House restroom.
My God.
He said
You have a picture of him?
He said he was in the stall. He said he looked left and looked right.
See if you can find a picture, quick, of a screenshot of Snoop smoking at the Super Bowl. That's interesting. That's funny. I actually did not catch that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
No, but
what I did catch was him like getting ready to go out into the field, and then I think ESPN or like NBC or some news network had like a caster behind him, and she was going off. She's like, "Behind us, our superstar's about to go out." And Snoop looked at her like, "What the fuck?" She was getting way too close to. And then he's just like,
I'm
okay,
telling you.
Go.
Oh yeah, he even smoked at a Twitch event.
He smoked at the Jake Paul fight.
Twitch event. Oh, I think I remember that too.
Snoop be smoking, my boy. But no, to Free Spirit's point, considering why Eminem. Now let me speak to this. Now this is.
Read the comment. Considering the previous athletes taking a knee in the past, I can understand why Eminem might have kneeled as his way to show respect, but we could just be overthinking the situation.
If Eminem was doing it to show his respect, and this is gonna sound mad anti the cause, nigga is corny. Cause let me tell you something. It's one thing, and I'm not saying Eminem is doing it for clout. I don't think that's the case. I don't think Eminem's somebody of his status, somebody of his wealth does not need to do anything for clout. But for example, like during the BET Awards, he had a cipher where he kind of rapped about Trump. He does stuff like that. And it's cool, but for some reason, anytime I see anybody gesturing, I get a cringe. There's a little cringe to it. So, like, to me, the gesture of kneeling, you've kind of gotten everything you can get out, all the water out the sponge. And so it's like, at this point, doing that gesture is either, in my opinion, a little bit corny, and even though it's good intentions, it's a little bit corny. My boy.
Ian found it.
My boy.
There he is.
My boy.
I was about to show it on the stream. That's freaking funny.
That's him.
Okay, I was just about to say, I was like,
you can see it in his fingers. You can literally see it.
That's him. That's him.
So funny, man.
But yeah, I think like I don't know.
That is funny.
It's the equivalent to me when I would see the little Black Lives Matter rallies and it'd be like 80% white people. That's the equivalent of that to me. To be honest with you, like if he is kneeling for that, power to him, and I appreciate whatever sentiment he's trying to put out, whatever. But to me, the gestures at this point is a little corny and like.
Was this at the end of his like song though?
Yeah.
Because he sang that song from 8 Mile, right?
Man, first off, the only person from Mary J. Blige is from New York.
Miss
So
a chance to flow.
but yeah, I didn't even see the point in Eminem performing.
Yeah, because I mean that whole song is like really intense and dramatic. So I can totally see him like doing.
But I mean,
this
nigga, you
kind of
rapping
motion
about your
after it.
mom's spaghetti at the Super Bowl, nigga. What I get is like a competitive thing.
Yeah, it's like an intense like.
But like
anthem kind of song.
So if kneeling is in your choreography now, do you have to notify people? Is that like it's not a dance move no more?
Like that's just the public doing its own thing, man.
Can we just let kneeling be kneeling? Do we have to put
other
pray? Things on it?
You can't pray no more?
I don't know. That's ridiculous.
So now when you finna receive a sexual favor from your loved one, you think she making a political stance?
Yo, bro.
This better be for pleasure and not for.
He's standing. Well, look.
Yo, Dr. Dre, he's playing the piano. You know where the piano came from? Europe. You know what he's promoting? He's promoting Eurocentrism, which is
why all the keys
an
white?
Act of white supremacists.
Why all the keys white? And why the black keys you stay on top of the white keys? You trying to say the black keys can't hold on their own? Is that what you trying to say? Huh?
That's what Europeans thought, man. That's why they made it that way.
Man, fuck out of here. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on.
It just fucking goes in circles.
All right, let's go quick. Do a shout out to Angel Blinds, our podcast sponsor. This podcast is sponsored by Angel Blinds, a local Atlanta, Georgia small business. Their blinds help you get a new look for your living room, to your bedroom, to your dining room. They even have a custom kids blinds with their favorite superhero or princess.
Or favorite
NFL player for the Super Bowl.
NFL player for the Super Bowl.
We don't know if they do. We're just putting that in their talk. With our promo code FDT, our audience gets 10% off their first purchase.
Oh, yeah, or MLK or Malcolm X because it's Black History Month. Yeah, we still on that.
You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on their Facebook page, Angel Blinds, or Instagram at Angels_Blinds. I'm about to get a text message. Y'all got to stop doing that.
You can even get Eminem kneeling on the blinds.
I'm going to get a text message.
Hey, I need to start doing these Angel Blinds. I'm going to make them real good and interesting. You can get Eminem kneeling, and then you can get Kaepernick kneeling on either side.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't the first video for Black History Month. That was the second video.
Oh, we got in there early?
First one was literally like February 1st.
Okay, thank God.
So we're saved, I guess.
Yeah, I'll tell them at the meeting. I'm good. look at the timestamps.
All right, let's jump into something a little more. This was kind of a funny topic, but I think this would be a little more funny. Peter Dinklage.
It's funny that both of his names sound like Dick. It sounds like Dick.
You kind of alluded to this at the start.
Penis Dick.
So I'm going to read this to get a little bit of insight of what's going on. Then we're going to.
If a woman referred to your meat as Dinklage,
I wouldn't be mad.
I don't think I'd be.
I'd laugh.
I wouldn't be upset, but
I'd laugh. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, but what you don't imagine that being used as a.
If I didn't know who Peter Dinklage was, I'd be like, "That's weird. Where'd that come from? That's funny."
Yeah, but I'd be like, "What do you mean, though?"
Yeah, it'd be funny.
What do you mean? This guy.
Like, why Dinklage? Like, what
trying to say?
Vibe? Yeah. That. What you trying to say? Dinklage. Ho? I'm playing. Hypothetically.
I feel like you get up and she'd be like, "Are you gonna go take a dinkle?" Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh my God.
Real quick, question time. What's the worst thing a woman has? I'm about to make that a soundbite. I'm gonna record your voice and make that into a soundbite. Question time. What's the worst thing a girl has referred to your, like, specifically your manhood, like either specifically your manhood or something involving your manhood? When I'm gonna say manhood, I mean your dick. To be blunt,
I don't think I've ever had like anybody specifically refer to it or nickname it or anything like that.
It has to be a nickname. Okay, I'll go first to get an idea. So one thing that cut me deep, was a girl called me a jackrabbit, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And she said, "All you do is just."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I got real upset. I got real defensive. Like, no, I don't. She made me question my whole fucking game and strategy. I went deep in the lab. Like, am I really a jackrabbit? Blah 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 blah. Like, I was thinking hard. I'd change up everything. Had to become a whole new man after that.
Man, if you get those love socks. The jackrabbiting is gonna get even fucking more intense, man. Like, those are made for
socks.
You haven't seen those things?
Is.
It's fucking socks, but they look like the gloves that you like wide receivers wear because they have all the like the gecko like goo and stuff at the bottom, but they're fucking socks, and it's supposed to be for like you can get some fucking torque. So
get a grip.
Oh, they got socks for that.
Duck's shirts of tech. Thanks,
Yo, what
send the link. Send the link.
What'd you say that was called?
Oh, let me find it.
Yo, they got socks for the grip on the carpet.
I was listening to a podcast and they were fucking shouting them out because they were sponsoring them.
That's funny. That's funny.
Son, that's deep. That's deep.
Get some extra leverage.
Oh, that's.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That really is. Sometimes you lose,
thing.
A little bit of friction. Some of your foot slips.
What you be?
Yeah.
Trying to. Goddamn. Sometimes I'll try and grab. Don't worry about it.
They're called clap cleats.
Clap cleats.
Look them up real quick.
Oh
I gotta see
my
this
God, the name
Clap
is genius.
Cleats.
Why you clacking? Cleats for clacking. Oh my God. Wild.
Yo, we gotta get sponsored by them.
This is wild. This is wild. The world needs
Why
this.
Ian looks this up? Y'all ain't dodging the question.
Oh!
Yo, there's a fly. I'm not gonna lie to you. Put him in the link, Ian. Actually, no, don't, because we're not. I don't want to sponsor.
Cleats for clacking. Oh my gosh! You get 2 pairs.
Clap cleats too.
You get 2 pairs. Hey.
Clap cleats.
You know who you
the
are.
Lucky Edition. I need
Gonna
those.
get some clap cleats.
I think it's fucking hilarious that they call them sex socks. If you see the logos, it's like the #1 sex socks.
We'll go to the top. Let me see this. Where is it?
Clap cleats.
It just says.
Oh, clap cleats. Oh, this is genius. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's clap Like literally clap.
Oh my
C-L-A-P and then cleats.
This
C-L-E-A-T-S.
is a deeper thing. This is a deeper thing. There are people out here trying to push mankind forward, and we over here arguing over stupid shit. While there are people on the frontier of ingenuity trying to.
This is fucking technology,
dude. This is next, son.
Go ahead and fucking Ian share. Just put it in the link and just show it to the guys.
When they talk about the future, this is what I think of.
You don't get the floor dirty, bro.
No, I mean not in the chat. I mean in the yeah. There you go. That's what I mean. Thank you.
You angles.
Son, I'm on the wall, son. Spider-Man.
You just got me thinking right now.
I'm trying to
Some
tell
crazy
you.
Stuff.
Clapping wherever a spider can. Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, man.
Let's get back to the original topic at hand. Well, first the question.
Oh, yeah. You said what was the strangest or weirdest thing that a girl's ever said about my meat?
It doesn't have to be strangest or weirdest. Just anything like insulting, strangest. Like for me.
But negative.
Sure.
More negative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More on the negative side. I'm trying to get you to flaunt your ego, dog. Get that out of here.
No, shit don't do nothing for me. I don't care what a bunch of niggas think about my goddamn.
Trying to get us flagged again.
Black flag. I don't know. It hurt. Like maybe I wasn't as attentive. I've never been like. I don't think I have the personality for. I don't know.
Game weak.
Nah, but just like it hurt. So I guess never like, you know what I'm saying? But that was like when I was young, like 18, 19. Like I've never been like a fast.
John over here has never had criticism. He over here is a perfect, excellent lover.
Actually, I just beat my women, so they just too scared to tell me. Since you talking about flagging episodes.
What are you doing?
Yeah. How about that?
All right, Doc. What about you, bro? What about you?
I've never gotten any kind of like funny analogy or anything like that. I have been told I try to have sex too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I get. Or I'm just like, dude. They're just like, dude, stop. And I'm just like,
I like it.
Yeah.
Not right now. Okay.
Yeah, I've been told that.
Tell me not right now. It's not a big deal.
I've been told that as well.
But no,
I think that's a guy thing, though. I don't know if that's like. I feel like all guys just want to have sex. Like, if a guy's able to have sex like 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he would.
I would not.
Really?
I prefer to have it like not prefer. It just I guess it so happens. I guess we're getting intimate in spurts.
We're completely veered off the original topic at hand.
But in spurts. I mean the clap cleats, my boy. It's almost like in spurts. So it's like it might be like 3-4 days where it's just like we're all over each other, and then
I can't do mornings. I'm too groggy in the morning.
Oh, the morning you sleep. You sleep, man, my boy.
I'm good for one round, and after that, I'm like awake and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's it.
That's like my mind.
But in the morning, you lose that one in the morning. That one's different.
For me, like it's grogginess, and there's usually a bad taste in my mouth. I gotta brush my teeth, and that literally, like that bad taste in my mouth, will just like completely turn me off, and regardless of whatever's fucking happening. I'm just
I feel that. But yeah, I've been told like you're too horny and shit like that, or like you said, not fast fuck, but like I wasn't when I started. I just was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to just
no real technique to it.
You're
just like
type shit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
I got you. All right, let's veer back onto the topic now. We kind of went on a crazy tangent. That's gonna be a funny little clip I'm gonna edit out. All right, so let's read this. Well, for me editing.
Oh, this all happened because of his name, and I referenced
Dinklage.
penises.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I doc with his clap cleats, which is excellent. All right, so Peter Dinklage in the Snow White movie. So let me read this New York Post article, and then let's dive in some everything else that went on with here. So Peter Dinklage is none too pleased with Disney's upcoming Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake, which he accused of being insensitive to dwarves. The Game of Thrones star dropped the bombshell while prompting his movie Cyrano? Is that how you say that? Cyrano?
I don't know.
Cyrano? Cyrano. On Mark Maron's WTF podcast, Entertainment Weekly reported, quote, "I'm just like, what are you doing?" The 52-year-old winner told Maron of the reboot. which will star West Side Story actress Rachel Zegler, who recently called herself a white Latina as Snow White. Dinklage, who has achondroplasia, a type of dwarfism that results in him being 4'5", found the movie especially hypocritical as they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White. Quote, you're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that fucking backward story about 7 dwarves living in a cave together. What the fuck are you doing, man? The station agent actor spluttered. Is that right? Is that station? Yeah, station actor spluttered. Quote, take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. What? Quote, I have done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox, continued Dinklage, who has frequently railed against dwarf stereotypes in Hollywood movies. I guess I'm not loud enough. In fact, the thespian said the only way he'd be hunky-dory with the Snow White reboot is if the creators put the most fucked up, cool, or progressive spin on it. All right, one more, and then I'm kind of getting burnt out of hearing Dinklage quotes.
Yo, this nigga look like mini Johnny Depp in this one. He look
quote, to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film, we are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of dwarf community, a Disney spokesperson told the Post. Quote, we look forward to sharing more as the film heads into production after a lengthy development period. So, before we get into the reaction from this, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Peter Dinklage makes a point, or, in my opinion, this is fucking stupid?
So basically he's saying that the characters shouldn't exist anymore?
What's up, Philip?
That's kind of what it sounds
I
like,
don't know
right?
what he's
Like,
saying.
I don't know what he wants.
Yeah,
that's kind of
like-
the issue with it. Like, it's a story that's been around for hundreds of years, and I get, like, if you want to make it progressive or change it up.
But progressive
But
in what way? Like change the dwarves to normal?
Yeah,
That's like casting an all-white cast for Roots just because you don't want, you know what I'm saying? You don't want niggas to know that it was black folks.
Yeah,
It was-
you know.
I feel like it's
just
even more
stupid.
insulting, just like taking away the dwarves in general, like, and just being like, oh, we're casting them as normal people, or like people with different issues, or like I really don't know what he wants. Like, the dwarves are a part of the story; they're a key element to the story. If you want to justify them and make them more fleshed out to be like non-stereotypical, then that makes sense, which sounds like what they're doing. But I don't know what he wants.
Is this kind of weird coming from the actor who played Tyrion Lannister, where the most insensitive dwarf jokes were ever uttered in that show?
Well, I think.
But to his
Tyrion's
point, that
very
Tyrion
fleshed
Lannister
out,
was a
though.
very complex character. So I guess if he's
So
asking
the
for,
Snow White dwarves aren't complex enough for him?
is essentially what he's saying. He said they're just stereotypical characters. That's what he's saying.
Stereotypical in what way?
I don't know. I don't know.
They're
character.
fictional
I mean,
dwarves.
We don't know about the.
Well,
script.
I think if
I
they
don't know how.
make them the way they are, as in the cartoon, where he's like, "I'm Sneezy, hi, I'm come here to sneeze around," and like, you know, he's fucking doing like the gag jokes and shit like that. And then yeah,
It's
can
a
understand
kid
why he'd be
show.
upset.
But, you
But
know-
if he's like, I honestly don't think they would do that. Like, if they're gonna make, they're probably just gonna make them like real people that are just happen to be dwarves that are doing
Oh yeah,
whatever they need to do within the story.
they definitely
Especially if
make
they're
it more
doing
real.
live action.
They definitely make it more real. But you know, to his point though, you know who else could get in on this class action suit? The Oompa Loompas. They need more. They need more depth to their characters. They shouldn't just be walking around saying Oompa Oompa Loompa Doo. They should be real characters with real pain, real story, real love. You
Have
know
an
what I'm
actual
saying?
background
Have
thing to
actual
them?
I think they
background.
do that in the newer one too.
Not really.
Which is another example as to why they would like flesh them out. Like, they tell
I
you
would
where
argue the
Loompas
new one's
come
more
from.
fucked up because they only had one actor who played the Oompa Loompa, whereas in the old one they had several.
But they were all supposed to be
I was
like
really
looking
joking. I
the
was being
same.
sarcastic.
I know you were.
It's wild that they actually did add some characterization to a fucking Oompa Loompa. That's wild. Some characters are just the characters.
Go to the Daily Mail, Ian. Let's look at the reaction now. So, the actors of the dwarves who are going to play the dwarves in Snow White who are going to play the dwarves, I said that all kinds of wrong twice in a row, are outraged. They're speaking out. So, quote, Peter Dinklage just put 7 of us out of a job. Dwarf actors fury at Disney for canceling 7 dwarves from Snow White remake because the woke multi-millionaire Game of Thrones star said they were offensive. I'm just going to read
Wait,
these bullet points.
question.
I don't want to read the whole thing.
Question:
Wanted for this? Instead of rewriting the character, they just
took them out. That's my question.
That's what it seems like so far.
So it's gonna be Snow White without the dwarves.
I don't know.
So let me read these bullet points real quick, and we'll get into it. Dwarf actors Dylan Post, Jeff Brooks, and Katrina Kemp told Daily Mail it was the wrong move for Disney to cancel the roles of the 7 dwarves in its Snow White remake. The movie studio said it was rethinking them after Peter Dinklage called the story and roles backwards. Dinklage made $1.2 million per episode of Game of Thrones. Some actors are calling him selfish for his comments on the Snow White movie. Postal was the leprechaun on WWE for 10 years and was in the Muppets. Said he is begging Disney for the role. Peter Dinklage may be the biggest dwarf actor of all time, but he doesn't make him King Dwarf, Podal said. Kemp, who was in Glow on Netflix, said the issue is far more complex than Disney is allowing it to be. She said writing characters out of remake entirely does more damage than casting anyone in them. Jeff Brooks, 62, said he has never been offended by the story throughout his 30 years career as an actor.
Said King Dwarf.
Because I mean, I see their points. It's hypocritical because Peter Dinklage has played a lot of roles of him being a dwarf, and he was able to land a breakthrough role of Game of Thrones, and that's why they made the point and make 1.2 per episode. That's very fortunate. All because he's a dwarf.
If I'm to actually think about the characterization of dwarves, let's be honest. They're seen as blacksmiths. They're seen
good with their hands, yeah.
They're normally technologically inclined.
Just savvy, period.
Savvy, problem solvers. They're normally reliable, loyal. Like just in the animes I've seen, the dwarves are normally like one of the more put together races. Like so
industrious.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get what he's saying, I guess, but to take the opportunity away from 7 people instead of just. And then did he get like the script or something? Like
Peter?
How did he know
he didn't.
that the characters were like it has you know what I'm saying? They haven't recorded it yet, have they? So how did he know the characters were simple this time?
He didn't.
He just attacked the fact that it was Snow White and that like
he was being woke.
Before those 7 dwarves are very two-dimensional, and he just didn't want to fucking see that again. But I doubt he read the script or anything like that. Which is the weirdest thing to me, that they would freaking like cut out the 7 characters instead of fleshing them out in like a different storyline and stuff like that for these people to lose their jobs, like that they lose their contracts so that they could rewrite the characters and then recast them or something. They need to elaborate more on that. I probably have to read the article myself to see if they actually ended up losing their jobs.
Man, I would be pissed if I had the job and I got fired because of Dinklage's comments about the dwarf thing. Boom. And they rehired a bunch of new dwarves. I would be furious.
So this is what you do if you're Disney. You push back the Snow White movie. You drop a movie called The 7 Dwarfs. Leads up to the Snow White, leads up to their interaction with Snow White, but it's all the characterization.
Would that be progressive enough for Dinklage? It's still on the stereotype.
If the movie's centered around the 7 dwarves and being complex characters, like the whole thing is the 7 dwarves, I think that would be pretty complex. It'd be enough time. An hour and a half is enough time to introduce 7 niggas. People. Little niggas.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
I could totally see them doing that though. You have like the 7 dwarves, and then the movie's just called 7 or something like that, and then you have another movie called White, where it's just like her story, and then
one of the characters.
What do you call it, White though?
one of the characters is White. No. One of the characters, they put YT though. One of the characters is one of the characters is Mini Vin Diesel. I don't know. Anytime I hear 7 now, I just think of Fast and Furious, dog.
So would it be more offensive instead of casting real dwarves? They got
absurdist with it, like Shakespeare, and had tall people walking on their knees.
You got Vin Diesel, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, all these big guys act like they're
regular
little people.
Kevin Hart.
Yep.
Or if they just CGI them and then they have those voices, like Kevin Hart's voice in there, or fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson's voice and shit like that. That'd be more insulting. Taking away their jobs.
Can't believe that thought left his mouth. He didn't have second
other people. or making the characters tall, I think would actually just be more insulting than anything.
So wait, are we getting rid of leprechauns now?
Why would you say that?
Or
Just because-
leprechauns
so,
gonna be tall? Hey, I'm a leprechaun. My name's Chuck. I'm a leprechaun. Like, what are we gonna? How far are we gonna go with this? I mean, we're getting rid of all little people, right? All stereotypical little people.
It depends how sensitive you are and how much money you have.
Because isn't the whole point though? The term like representation, like they got mad because
Dinklage.
you had white people wearing blackface because instead of actually casting actual black people. Then we advanced and got the issue of I think Asian, similar time but same thing.
Correct.
Isn't that this technically is progressive? Like, how more progressive do you want to go? I don't know what he means. Like,
this is not progressive.
It's not, but I'm
because the snake's tail has to go in the mouth, so it has to go too far.
I didn't realize Dinklage was a freaking woke, crazy person.
I think his name is Penis. I think his name is actually Penis Little Penis.
So you're saying it makes sense?
I did not say anything about that.
You're just saying
I'm just saying his name, Peter.
Penis.
Dinklage is
Dick.
Little Penis.
All right. Anything else?
You think they're just like, bro, you're being a fucking Dinklage. God damn it.
Yeah, I think it's like a French.
I'm gonna start saying that,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
That's low key funny.
I think it's like a French
Yo,
way
quit
of
being
saying
a Dinklage.
A French way of saying little dick. Dinklage.
He might have honestly just said it just to say it because he thought the story was fucking two-dimensional, and then Disney
Racist.
took him seriously, and now he's just like, oh fuck.
It's a racist because that's a group, right? Based on what we're learning about the word race, dwarves are a race.
Are they?
Dude, the more I thought about that,
Based on the definite Luke says,
I was just
definitely.
like, man, this is so fucking such a weird question. Like, and then I saw another podcast where they broke down the exact same question, and they got to the same conclusion we did, where everyone was just like, wait, it's supposed to be based off physical traits, right? And then so it's like, dude, like the physical traits outside of the most obvious ones being like skin tone are just so micro, like, you know, incremental, that it's really difficult to just say like, well, those people are that.
Yeah, he said he's not King Dwarf, meaning there was a position available.
All right, I think we're done with this. We talked about this too long. Let's not pull a Dinklage.
Might apply for that gig.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in and watching us talk about this nonsense. Sorry about the late start. Like I said, got a little crazy with doing some tile work. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Click it, click it, click it. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. If you're not notified, hit the notification bell to get notified when we drop our clips and our episodes and our lives. Go to our socials, TikTok and Instagram. Share those. Share. We will see y'all next time on Fake Deep Thinking. Peace. Welcome back to FDD. Just a group of friends sitting down talking about the world. Fake Deep Thinking, leave me alone. We kind of
Dickin'.
John.
What's up, guys? You're
Doc.
Yo. Yo, what's up? Yo.
What's up, you